It's that time again. Time for a brand new What's Up. Today, the co-hosts are talking what's hot in the headlines from how they're dealing with the time change and a new bill that may end daylight savings in Kentucky. Then they're discussing Real Housewives of New Jersey stars that may be facing real jail time. Later, the co-hosts are acknowledging eating disorder awareness, and segment producer Leah Flocare is showing the gang some healthy and easy recipes. All that and much more coming up on What's Up. And welcome. What's up, everybody? Glad to see you all have survived this time change, this springing forward.
It was a struggle.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you. Yesterday I was in Mobile, Alabama, and I had to drive 14 hours back to Kentucky. So not only did we have the time change, but I also had to cross time zones. So I don't even know what time it really is.
Oh, it's Tuesday at 5.
Okay.
That's what it is. That's all you need to
What
know.
was it before?
4.
It should be 4.
It should have been 4, but it's turned to 5 instead. Okay, see, I'm so messed up. I just go by what my phone says. That's all.
I know, that was my thing. I was afraid that my phone wouldn't, I had to get up at 6 on Sunday to go to work. So
That was
like,
me too.
Yeah.
I was really.
I had like 5 clocks set.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
I
but-
wouldn't know what to
Scary
do if my phone
I
didn't
hate
switch
it.
because I have no other
I
clock.
had to
didn't
Google it and make sure the phones automatically change because you didn't, and
I didn't, it's hard for you to sleep when you have to get up so early after
Yeah.
a time change because you're like,
It's stressful.
I'm
It's super
usually
stressful.
really good that week, but then the second week, I'm like, oh, now I'm feeling it.
so how long does it take you all to recover from the springing forward?
Probably a month.
It usually takes me until we fall back in November. That's when I
I'll
recover.
fall back. Yes, that's the best.
So-
That's the best weekend of the whole year.
but I do like it being
Lighter.
Yeah,
later.
that's so cool.
I like
I
that.
It feels
don't-
like
I'm-
summer.
I'm not
I
complaining.
have to wake up early because my dog has to go to the bathroom
all
really
about
early,
those-
and it's really dark and scary.
I think that's cool though. I think that's awesome.
I can't find
I'm
her
like,
in the
at
dark.
night. You're walking the dog at night. That's how I am.
No, she like runs in the bush, and I'm like, "Where are you? I can't see you because it's
Well,
pitch
you know,
dark."
this ties in with something Kentucky Representative Kevin Sinnett, he just introduced House Bill 431, which would end the whole daylight savings time in Kentucky.
I really like this Kevin guy.
I don't understand.
Do we
that.
get to fall back though still? Because that would make things awkward.
Well, it said here that he would want it. He would wait until, it passes to decide on do we want more morning hours or more
but
evening hours.
I'm just saying, like, if we keep falling back, won't that
we
be
would
like,
we would never fall
No,
back.
Yeah, we
Never
wouldn't
fall
fall
back.
back because we would
Never.
just
We
fall
would
back.
We
stay
would
at
set
a
a standard
certain
time.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't understand that because what's going to happen if it's 5 o'clock in Kentucky and then it's 4 o'clock in Ohio? What do you do?
I mean, do you go to Ohio a lot? It's just like
Yes.
a time
It concerns
zone.
me about like television shows.
Television
Is Scandal going to come on
flies.
at 9
That's
or
what-
Scandal going to come on at
exactly what
10?
are you
That's
gonna
like
do?
East or Western Kentucky is in a different time zone than us, and they go through it every day. So what's the difference?
Well,
I mean,
I think they're accustomed.
You just
They're
don't want it
accustomed
to
to it.
make life difficult
It
for you.
will make life very difficult for me.
I just don't understand like flights. You know what I mean? Like how do
Yeah.
you say this flight takes off at 6 a.m. but is that 6 or 7 because we're in Kentucky and it's
So will it be
messed
like
up.
instead of Eastern Standard Time, will it be like Kentucky time?
I guess.
It's a really confusing thing to pass.
I don't like it.
It's
Oh, well.
just confusion.
I'm not for this. I give
Arizona
this
does
thumbs
it.
down.
Arizona and Hawaii acknowledged a standard time setting, and Indiana did in the past. So
Are they living life large?
I don't know. Hi, Arizona, if you're watching. Speaking of something that we should all be watching because it's too good to not, Lindsay Lohan's documentary series on the Oprah Winfrey
I
Network.
actually have not watched this. But
I
I've
haven't
heard
either.
it.
Well,
What's
it just
going on?
premiered this week. The whole main story is the trailer because it shows her. She is confrontational with her father, Michael Lohan, and saying, he exploited her when she was young, and blames him for
Yeah.
everything, and then it goes to later show Lindsay refusing to film, and then Oprah intervenes, and in the car, Oprah's saying to the camera, people told me this would happen. I didn't listen to them. I had faith in Lindsay. And she goes and says to Lindsay, do you want this? I can make the cameras leave. We can forget this ever happened. And Lindsay says, no, I want it. And then Oprah says, well, cut the bull. Cut it, get your crap together, and let's do it. So do you think Oprah is the one that can save Lindsay Lohan? Or is she too far gone?
I think Oprah can save anyone.
Exactly.
Oprah is my
Oprah can
idol.
save
She is the woman. And I just love her. And I just think Lindsay, she had really good movies. I loved her when I was little. She was one of my
Parent Trap.
idols. Parent Trap, Mean Girls, whatever. And I just think that she just was confused with her life and didn't know what she didn't know if she wanted the fame. She didn't know if she wanted to be a regular person and didn't know how to be a regular person because she's used to the fame. And so I just feel like Oprah is like a mom figure to her, I guess, and would be
I
like,
didn't know they had any kind of relationship, to be honest with you. But I did watch Mean Girls last week, and I was looking at it, and I was thinking, she was so pretty.
I
And she was so
know.
healthy looking.
Healthy
and
looking.
and
Yeah,
now
just
you see
doesn't.
pictures of her, and she looks
got
like she's
bags.
strung out on
Yeah.
some, like
well,
stringy.
'cause
and just,
she is.
she looks like she, I know. She looks like she's like 50, and she's, she's a beautiful person. So.
She's like
Right.
our age, and she
I know.
looks really like
Well,
she
she's
could
a
be
little
our
older than
mom.
us.
Well, maybe that's what's
Not-
what
20,
Oprah
like,
is trying to do. She's trying to take her back to when
Reality.
everybody or most people loved her.
I mean,
Oprah
I
does
want
what
her
she
to.
wants.
I want Lindsay Lohan to come back from this. I want Amanda Bynes to come back from whatever she's going through.
Poor
Yeah.
Amanda
Justin
Bynes.
Bieber, he's a lost cause. Go back to Canada, but
He's gone.
the whole Miley Cyrus. I don't think Miley's gone down this path. I just think she's branching out from her Hannah Montana days.
Yeah.
But
well, the difference in Miley is, she's doing really disgusting things, but she's not, as far as I know,
She's not
strung
hurting
out,
herself.
hurting people.
Yep.
She's just doing this for image, but I mean,
And she just sticks her tongue out like,
yeah,
it's
you
fine.
know, yeah, she can be disgusting, but she's not on, crack cocaine, as far as I know.
As far as we know, we don't.
I don't know.
We don't personally know Miley.
Yeah.
that new Billy Ray remix of "Achy Breaky Heart's" on something though.
I thought that was a joke. Did you see that?
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Did you see it?
I've not seen it.
It's a bunch of twerking, and I was
Billy
Billy
Ray
Ray
Hawks.
twerking?
No, it's
No.
like a bunch of girls are twerking in an alien spaceship right next to Billy Ray.
Well,
and he's
that
just
was
playing his
Miley's-
guitar.
That's really interesting.
Image. I'm really excited about it. There's a Mean Girls reunion that I heard, and it's going to be great.
It's all about the Mean Girls reunion, but it's all about us right now, and we gotta go. But stick around because we've got even more topics to discuss right here on What's Up.
Connecting you with employers and graduate program. Get info to launch your career now. Turning you into a professional. Focus on professional development. Start your job or internship now. Let Career Services help you separate yourself from the crowd. Develop into an expert candidate. Career Services is here to help. Build a network. Hands-on workshop. Career Services, turning you into a professional.
Hello, 006 here. Today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite gadgets, the Eagle Car.
Beaker Bucks are a cool gadget to use on campus, anywhere from vending machines to the bookstore. They are even accepted at restaurants around Moorhead.
Beaker Bucks are way safer than cash and have gotten me out of many sticky situations. Until next time.
And welcome back to What's Up. I love this. A California man who lost $500,000 at a blackjack table is suing a new Las Vegas casino, alleging that he was too drunk to be allowed to gamble over a 17-hour period just before Super Bowl weekend. He claims that he shouldn't have to pay the downtown Grand Las Vegas Hotel and Casino the $500,000 debt because employees served him so much alcohol that he suffered a blackout and was unable to remember the loss or even his gambling.
So, first of all, how old is this guy? I'm sorry.
He's like middle-aged, I guess.
I don't understand how this is grounds for suing the casino. Because it's not like they held him down and forced him to drink alcohol.
Well, I mean, Nevada does have a law that says that if patrons are visibly drunk, that they have
But
to
what if he?
What
well,
is-
we don't know how visibly drunk he was.
Yeah,
Though.
what's the line though? How is it for someone to determine, oh, you're too drunk, but you're not drunk?
I mean, some
Like,
people, is it like how much alcohol you can consume? Because, I mean, there's some people that are lightweights, and then there's some who,
And
all right,
you know what I bet? I
let's
bet
go
they'll bring
swim.
in like a bunch of security camera stuff
Yeah, that
to
has to
watch.
be.
Like,
Still-
oh well, he was falling off the.
I-
I bet my whole house.
But I
on
trip
number
a lot,
0.
and I look drunk a lot, but I don't drink. So how do you still determine what is she doing
Caroline's
over
dead over
there?
here.
Caroline, that is visibly drunk. in case
Listen,
anybody
not
wanted
even
to know.
acknowledging the law here, he did this on his own power.
Yeah,
he
that's
got
what-
Yeah, he's a
drunk on
middle-aged
his own power,
man.
and
I
he
can't get up
gambled
now.
all of his
Crap.
money away. He should be responsible.
Oh, yeah.
Caroline, she's drunk. She's
She's
passed
drunk
out.
right now.
I know, John, I'm totally sober.
But here's
see,
what I don't.
what
Welcome to
if
What's
this
Up.
person was
This is a good
acting
example.
like Caroline
This is a
and
good example. Everyone.
$10,000 on the table.
Well, here's my thing. Maybe he's just tired. Gambling over a 17-hour
Maybe he was
period.
tired.
Who stays up for 17 hours?
And gambles.
Somebody who's really drunk.
Okay.
I mean, when you're up for 17 hours, you're drinking, you're gambling.
Yes.
Of course, you're going to make some bad
I'm
decisions.
delusional when I'm up for 17
I'm
hours.
I've been
delusional
delusional
right
this
now.
time
Caroline's
change.
delusional right now.
I just betting all my money. There it is.
All your cards.
I don't know.
All the cards on the table.
It's just, I don't understand
Yes.
it. I really don't understand it.
Me neither.
Yeah, but
Good luck to this fellow.
He's acting like a baby to me.
Good luck.
well, would he have said something had he won $500,000?
No, he would have been like, I was drunk and look what I
Look
won.
what I did, kids.
Oh yeah, if he won, nobody.
That's a
would hear
story
about
I
this.
met your
No.
mother.
Oh.
And-
Only we. Only.
that we were the only ones that got that. Speaking of being in
I pretended to be.
debt and things, Joe and Teresa Giudice, or Giudice.
How do you say it?
Jaundice.
Jaundice.
I thought it was Guidis.
Giudice.
Or Guidice.
Duatus.
See, we need the phonetic spelling like
Okay,
we
yeah.
took in voice articulation.
Giudice.
That's dice. So, Giudice? The stars of The Real Housewives of New Jersey
There we go.
have reached a plea agreement with prosecutors to resolve federal fraud charges that in a deal that could send them to prison. Teresa would face less than 2 years, and her husband a minimum of 3 years under federal sentencing guidelines. They were indicted last year on 41 counts of alleging that between 2001 and 2011 they engaged in conspiracy to commit mail fraud, wire fraud, bank fraud, loan application fraud, bankruptcy fraud, and Joe is also charged with failing to file tax returns from 2005 to 2009. Well,
What?
now,
I mean, okay.
so and they have 4 daughters between the ages of 4 and 13, and now they're asking for, when they go for their sentencing hearing, a staggered sentencing, which would mean Teresa would go to jail and serve her time, she would come home, and then Joe would go and serve his time.
Is that allowed for everyone?
I think that's
Yeah.
happened in some cases.
Yeah, you can ask for that. I mean, regular people can ask for that. You know, if you do have
Regular
special
people.
cases. Well, I'm not saying that they're not regular people, but it's like if you do have special cases like that, because I work at the courthouse back home. You know, you can say, hey, I don't want my kids to have to go into foster care. I'd really like,
Yeah.
you know, things like that. So, but I don't think that anyone would care about this if they weren't who they are. I don't watch the show, so I
I
can't.
don't watch the show
Yeah,
either.
I mean, I'm not into that.
But they'll get special treatment because they're on the show.
Oh, for
So-
sure.
That's for sure.
I'm guilty of watching the show. It's a guilty pleasure of mine.
It's like the Kardashians are
New
for
Jersey's
me.
and you know, I mean, I don't see why Teresa's getting drawn into this. If you watch the show, she's not very smart.
Well,
I don't
that's
think she
probably
knew
why
that
she
she was
fought-
going, that she
she
knew what was
followed
going
her
on.
husband and-
She
Well,
called.
if you looked at criminals, a lot of them are not very smart.
no,
so-
That's
Teresa's
why
not
they're
very
in
smart.
prison.
That's
for
what I'm
one.
saying. Criminals a lot of times are
But
not
do
very
you,
smart. That's why they get
do you
caught.
think they did this because of the show? Like, you have to be uppity to be on the show, I'm assuming. And so,
Heck,
do you
she
think
just
they
flipped
like
tables.
embezzled this so they would look like they have more money? So like they would get more back on their taxes and have more money to spend. So on the show, it looks like they're like,
there.
oh, I'm
hoity-toity.
uppity and
See,
Real
I wouldn't be surprised if they
Housewives."
did that for like a publicity thing to say, oh, look, now we're on house arrest. Party in the house arrest.
That's not surprising. That's why most people do it.
See,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
another thing. What's going to happen with the show? She's a major character on the show. She's been on the show since season 1, and it's like in its 5th or 6th season now.
I mean, the show will still go on,
They'll find a way to make their money.
but
So.
they'll either do it from like their house while they're on house
a
arrest,
spin-off.
or like
The Real Prison Inmates in New Jersey.
the real
I'm all
prison.
There you
for
go,
it.
there you
Yeah,
go.
So,
they're
well-
gonna die in jail. Can you imagine?
Oh, she.
Is this a real show? The
What?
prison
No,
inmate?
no,
Oh.
sweetheart, it's not.
Oh no, honey. Honey.
Stay
Spin-off.
here. We'll
Okay,
be right
what's
back
that?
with even more What's Hot. Don't go away. And welcome back to What's Up. Okay, so we were off last week because of the snow. And we didn't get to do an Oscar recap.
Oh
Well,
my
Shelby
gosh, I'm so-
sends me a text saying,
I'm so upset.
we have to talk the Oscars. We have to still talk about the Oscars. So we're going to talk about the Oscars for Shelby.
Yes.
But before we do, I want to mention something. Everybody's probably wondering, why are they all wearing purple? We are wearing purple for eating disorder awareness, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that later on in the show. But so now you're no longer confused. So and back to the Oscars. What'd you think? What'd you think of Ellen as host? We'll start with that.
First of all, she was perfect. And
I thought she was
loved
hilarious.
her.
She's getting a lot of crap about it the next day.
I know a lot of people
Yeah.
just liked the pizza bit and the.
Hey, if
And-
I was in the audience and she offered me pizza, I would not be disappointed.
Oh, they were all going. They were all for it.
Especially Jennifer Lawrence. She's
Oh, yeah.
always about
I
the
think
pizza.
that's what I loved about it was seeing these celebrities, these movie
Mm-hmm.
stars, Oscar winners and nominees in their expensive tuxedos and dresses, eating a piece of greasy
And
pizza.
they called it in, like it
They called it in the
delivered.
show, and
And the
that
poor
pizza-
guy didn't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, bless his heart.
That's awesome. That's better than getting cars from Oprah.
Yeah.
Man,
There was a
pizza.
bunch of.
You get a slice. You get a slice. Everybody's getting pizza.
I really like the selfie that she took with
I-
all the
I
famous
really
people
like
too.
that.
That everybody was tweeting.
You know
That
what?
was
Here,
pretty cool.
we're gonna do a selfie.
That was very
We're gonna
cool.
do a what's up selfie.
Yes!
Right here. Everybody get
Look
in.
out,
Okay, ready?
Ellen.
All right. Where's Caroline?
You better put this on the show
All
later
right,
or
it's going to
something.
be on Twitter. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now,
Most retweeted
let's see if we can
selfie.
We
get
can beat
the
the
most
Oscars.
retweets on this selfie.
I bet we'll get more than Ellen.
Beat the
Because
Oscars.
we're so
For sure.
famous.
We loved
Yeah.
Ellen on this show.
I love Ellen though.
I
You
did.
know
I
who
really-
else I love? Oh my gosh, bless her heart. Poor Adela Darazim. She sang her heart out.
Poor
did you
John
hear it?
Travolta.
John Travolta?
Do they not give you a, I mean, there's a teleprompter
He's
that says,
dyslexic,
He's
though.
dyslexic.
but I'm sorry, even if you're,
Can't-
that's not a valid excuse. When you go to the rehearsal,
yeah.
they're going to say, guess what, John Travolta? You're introducing Idina Menzel.
Well, the funny thing was, he was just sitting there talking about how much he loved musicals.
Yeah.
He was like, she's
Yeah.
so talented. I've seen her
He's
in all these
been, like,
things.
let's go through
He was like, I know
Grease.
everything about her
Saturday Night-
except her name.
Except her name.
We're best buds.
At first, I thought, is that just a fancy way of saying it?
Yeah. I was
Adela
so upset.
Darazim. I didn't get to see it. I haven't. I saw it later, and I just replayed it and replayed it,
that's
and because it's
hilarious.
so funny. And then
I feel really bad.
Poor
I do.
Idina. Oh my gosh! Did y'all see her performance of Let
I
It
did.
Go?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was
Oh,
great.
oh my gosh! But
Apparently,
Apparently
Caroline
it was-
did not.
She did
Here's the
something
thing.
wrong.
We're
She's
not singing.
She does
Yeah.
not sing the right way, and anyone who knows that, you know, she.
There's
she
a
does
right
not sing.
way?
Yeah, there's a right way. There's a right way to breathe, and she does it the wrong way. So she's pushing 40. You know, she's blowing her voice out. So she can't sing live very well at all. Did you see? She got up to that poor high note, and it was the "Let the storm rage." It sounded just like that. Like I don't know how y'all missed
But at
that.
least she kept her composure. 'cause,
She did
I mean,
well.
I
You could
didn't
see.
know she
I could
missed
see in her
it.
face. She was like, "Oh, dang it!" And then she did that. The storm and the cold never bothered me anyway. I was like, "Don't change it." And then everyone was like, "Oh yes,
I mean,
bravo."
it's Idina Menzel,
Bravo.
of course, yes. But I want to give congratulations to Lupita Nyong'o
Yes.
for winning for 12 Years a Slave. Best animated movie and song went to Frozen and Let It Go. Best actor was Matthew McConaughey, and I thought his speech was.
His speech
He's
was
awesome.
phenomenal. I'm so
He's
glad
awesome.
that
He
he
was-
won.
I think he's a great
but I'm
actor.
still heartbroken that Leo did not get an Oscar. Bless his heart.
You know what I have to say about Leo and you're upset? Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
People can
Let it
share.
go.
Rose could have shared that door
Well,
when
you
he
know
was
what?
on the Titanic.
Maybe Leo
Someone-
should take a hint and should
No!
stay in the bottom of the
Leo
ocean.
is.
Just because you're jealous
Look, I even
of
have a
Leo is
crying
no
face.
reason
Yeah,
to be a
well,
hater.
oh well.
Don't be a
There's-
hater.
I cried all night.
I know you did.
Literally,
You were
it
texting
was
me the whole time.
so sad.
Let it go, Leo. We'll be right back. More. Stay tuned on What's Up.
It never gets old, huh?
Nope.
It kind of makes you wanna.
Breaking the song?
Yup. I love the sunset.
I love Eagle Lake.
I love the forest. I love when eagles play.
I love the campus!
And all its lights and sounds.
Boom-diada, 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 boom-diada.
I love philosophy.
We love diversity. I love English.
And all its weird words.
I love the music.
And all its melodies. Boom diada, boom diada.
Boom diada, boom diada.
I love fraternities.
I love sororities.
I love to draw things.
And all the athletes.
I love Moorhead.
It's such a pretty place.
And welcome back to What's Up. I'm glad we've had some fun with this show, but it's time for us to take it in a more serious direction. As we mentioned earlier, we're all wearing purple for Eating Disorder Awareness. Millions of Americans are affected by different types of eating disorders: anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder. I just wanted to bring this to you all and discuss, we're all going into a field in which requires us to be on camera, look a certain way, have a certain type of, when you think of a news person or on-camera personality, you think of well-groomed, a certain weight, a certain look. So do you think that Hollywood and the mainstream media is now has such a main effect on why mostly teenagers especially are starving themselves?
I mean, I think so, because if you look at shows like the Kardashians, even though we all hate them, but they are really skinny, except Kim has a big butt. Everyone that is on camera really is skinny. The only person that really advocates for not dieting is Jennifer Lawrence, and she's not even big at all, so she doesn't need to diet.
And she says so many great things.
Hollywood does put pressure on her too, because they call her obese, and she is skinnier than I am, and if she's obese, then God only knows what I am.
Well, it's just, I took a class once, because I'm a theater person, and I took a class once where they said, the only profession in which you're legally allowed to discriminate against someone because of something is the theatrical world, which transcends to news and television, movies. You can legally say you are too fat. I don't want you for this role. I know I've had roles, because I've been theater, all my life. And I had a role 2 years ago where I had to show my stomach. My costume was literally a torn up sweater, so it was kind of like a bra and some jeans. And they said, we need you to tone up, or else you can't be in the role. And I said, okay, you know what I mean? But they said, you make sure that you're doing it the healthy way, that you're eating right, that you're exercising, that you're not, you have to make sure you're eating, because you have to be healthy.
What if it's hard for people, though, to lose weight? Do you think that puts pressure
on
them?
It's like so genetically, it's something, and everybody's this thigh gap and all this.
Right.
Who cares?
I've never even heard of a thigh gap until recently.
What does that mean? Will someone explain that to me?
When your thighs don't touch.
When you put your knees together.
Which isn't a big deal at all. It's just something that people,
I'm not a boy. I'm a girl, but I like the way I look. I'm a curvy girl. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have curves, we fill out dresses better, we don't look like little bean poles.
When you guys
look at girls, do you sit there and go, well, she's too fat for me to like her? You know what I mean? Do you do
Caroline,
that?
at this point, a female with the pulse is all I get.
I've heard people say she's too skinny. One of my friends had a crush on another one of my friends, and he was like, she is too skinny for me. So, I mean.
Well, we got to go. Everybody, you're perfect the way you are. Remember that when we come back, our segment producer, Leah, is actually going to show us some healthy snacks and alternatives for you to have in your dorm. Stay tuned.
I just don't know what to do anymore.
What are you doing? I just bought that.
Oh, really? I want a DNA test.
I'm so tired of walking in on him.
It's a smiley face.
How much are you supposed to take?
It's not what it looks like.
Remember, there's more than one person living in this room.
So guys, to continue with our healthy eating segment we have for the show today, we have our segment producer Leah with us, and she's going to give us some dorm room eating tips for healthy foods, right?
Yep.
So tell us what you have.
All right. So first off, I made spaghetti squash. It looks like this, and it's not a lot of people have heard about it, and it's kind of weird, but it's an alternative to spaghetti, and it's really healthy. So pretty much what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the squash and you're gonna take a knife and poke holes in all the sides of it, and you're gonna set it on a paper plate and microwave it for 9 minutes. I would do 4.5 on each side. And then you're gonna actually let it cool. I would let it cool for like 10 minutes and cut it open. And when you And once you cut it open, there's going to be seeds in there, and you're going to scoop out the seeds, and then you're just going to take a fork and go like this, and it ends up looking like spaghetti.
See, she said spaghetti squash, and I thought it was gonna be like actual spaghetti with like a squash topping.
I'm still kind of nervous.
I'm
though.
like, I'm gonna try.
I'm a really
It
picky
looks
eater.
like spaghetti.
Does it
Does it
taste like?
I'm gonna let Chad eat it first and see if he likes it.
No.
Okay. Here we go. Interesting.
Is it good?
A little chewier than spaghetti.
It really does taste like spaghetti, kind of.
And
I'm getting the feeling that Caroline doesn't like it.
You don't like it?
It's better than what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think there's the marinara sauce. It gives it the flavor that.
Yeah.
That
If it wasn't as crunchy, like you would
Yeah.
really think it was spaghetti.
If I could have like Parmesan cheese with it.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
All right.
All right. What's next?
So next, I'm going to do my sweet quesadilla.
Okay, that's this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you would take just a quesadilla and put Nutella on it and bananas, and I kind of made it a little unhealthy and added chocolate chips, but
Thanks for that.
Extra
The
chocolate.
bananas.
I'm not
all just
complaining.
cancels
I don't
out.
like bananas
I
though,
don't-
so I'm
yeah.
really nervous.
I'm nervous
just
'cause-
microwave it for a minute.
Can I pick the bananas?
All right, now that's really good.
Oh, that was
Is
good.
that- I like that.
I don't think I ate a banana though.
Is Nutella healthy?
Yeah, I think it is. I'm always
I don't care. It's good. I'm eating
Really
it.
good.
exactly.
It's
And you could
healthier
use-
than peanut butter,
And
isn't
you can
it?
use whole wheat tortillas too to make it a little bit healthier. And you can also add stuff like strawberries or pretty much any fruit that you want to use.
And you also got all this from the pod, right?
Well, most of it.
Most
The
of
spaghetti
it.
squash you can't get at pods.
Oh, everything else.
Everything
though.
else, though. Okay,
I'm really dying to
The
eat
main
this
event.
pizza.
All right, and so now we have like bagel bites, except with real bagels. And I actually like to use bagel thins because I feel like you don't get as much of the bread taste. And I used whole wheat bagels with just pizza sauce and low-fat mozzarella cheese and little pepperonis.
So
It's so
good.
good. This is really good.
I'm enjoying this. We should
This
do
is my
another one of
favorite.
these.
I'm all for it. I'm all
good.
for it. So, Leah, what were your ideas behind the spaghetti squash? Like, how did you come up with that recipe?
My mom makes it. We're kind of health fanatics at my house, so we eat that not on a regular basis, but we eat it a lot. And
Would you eat it for like a snack or a meal?
no, a meal, and then
Really
also this is probably enough. Like if you were to make this in your dorm, you could not eat the whole squash.
No.
This is actually only one half of the squash.
So, what do you
obviously.
do with the rest of it if you don't use it? Can you just like
So-
refrigerate it? Or?
Yeah, you actually just scrape it all off, and you put it in a Rubbermaid, and you can just microwave it anytime.
Anytime.
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. You're like set for at least
A week?
a week.
Yeah.
I know. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. We want to thank Leah so much for showing all these delicious meals.
Thank you.
You got to
Leah.
do this again. I'm
Yeah.
gonna We will be right back. Stay tuned. Really good.
Addison, why are you dressed up like that?
Because you're in a dream, John.
How can you prove that?
Your body's still there.
What?
Wake up and smell the coffee. Java City.
And welcome back to What's Up. In our last few minutes, we want to introduce some new stuff for What's Up. We are now on Facebook. So go to facebook.com/whatsupmsu. It's all, you're seeing it on your screen. And also make sure you follow our Twitter at whatsup_MSU. And we're going to do a little giveaway.
I love giveaways.
You don't get to win. When we get to 100 Facebook likes, we're going to do a drawing. And when we get to 100 Twitter followers, we're going to do a separate drawing for some cool Moorhead-related items. So go like us, go follow us, and do that. And follow us as
Yeah,
well.
I want 100 more followers too. Can we give a giveaway for that?
You can give a giveaway if you get to 100 more Twitter followers. We are not going to be on next week because it's spring break. So have fun, be safe, make good choices.
safe, yes.
Buckle up because, I mean, that's something I guess is
Buckle
a
up.
big issue.
Yeah.
Also, we're not going to be back to that following week either. So we will be back March 31st. April 1st, I think.
That's a
yeah,
long
that's
April
a long.
Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day.
We're going to be fooling
It's
ya.
going to be a whole lot of fun for that one.
Woohoo.
So until then, have fun, guys. Always stop to listen to what's up. Bye, guys.